All right, welcome back to RETCON. I hope you're having an awesome time so far. Our next speaker is Gabriel Safar. He's the CEO and co-founder of LeasePilot. Please join me in welcoming Gabriel to our virtual stage.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Patricia. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Hold on one second. And here we go. So hi, my name is Gabriel Safar, and I am the CEO and co-founder of LeasePilot. LeasePilot is a software company that helps office, retail, and industrial owners draft, revise, and abstract their leases faster. So let me see, there we go. So who cares? Why is this a problem? Well, it's a huge problem. Anyone who has any involvement in the commercial real estate industry knows immediately that commercial leasing is slow and expensive, full stop. And the whole purpose of owning an asset and managing and operating it is to fill it with tenants that pay rent. So the process by which we lease space, we document it, we negotiate deals, if it's creating a ton of friction, that's problematic because it increases transaction risk, it defers the collection of revenue, and then ultimately funnels dollars that could be going into the asset or should be returned to shareholders into absolutely unproductive activities. This is a really big problem for the real estate industry. Our solution at LeasePilot is to provide a contract management platform that has a purpose-built set of tools that's designed to make the process of drafting a lease, which is a complex document, fast and easy. And also because LeasePilot is built on a native digital architecture that is structured, all of your information in your lease is easily accessible and useful. So some of you might be asking, well, there's nothing new about this document automation stuff. What's so special about LeasePilot? And that's a completely fair question. There's two ways that LeasePilot is fundamentally different than other document automation platforms. First, other document automation platforms are generic platforms that are available to automate any type of agreement. Could be an NDA, or it could be a license agreement. You as a customer would use their framework and apply it to your specific set of documents and requirements, effectively building it with their set of tools. That's very time intensive and expensive for agreements that are complex like leases. LeasePilot, on the other hand, all we do is office, retail, and industrial leases. So we, on our own, have built, based on best practices, the entire automation and structured framework to draft leases faster, which means LeasePilot is available for you out of the box. You don't need to spend time implementing it or building your automation solution, so you can spend time doing deals. The second major difference between LeasePilot and other solutions is that document automation, as it exists in most cases, relies on Microsoft Word. They're effectively a form of mail merge, and Microsoft Word is the platform for manipulating text. That's great when you have simple agreements that aren't negotiated. But leases are often 60 pages plus. They're heavily negotiated and they're heavily interrelated. Microsoft Word is just not sufficiently structured and organized to be able to provide lifecycle drafting support to documents of these complexity. LeasePilot has taken a totally different approach. We've built our own custom set of lease drafting tools that include the ability to use automated solutions where computers are appropriate, but also we have a custom lease drafting and text manipulation tool that allows you to draft the way you would in Word, but on top of a structured database. The reason that's super important is because your lease is always data. And since LeasePilot works on a structured database, LeasePilot can talk to your other digital systems. All of your systems, if you're a real estate company, use information from the lease, whether it's your CRM like a VTS or Salesforce, or your ERP, property management system, et cetera, like MRI or ERD. LeasePilot, through its APIs, can talk to all of these systems and move information seamlessly between them. LeasePilot can additionally generate on-demand lease abstracts. That gives you both the flexibility to customize your deals, to use automation on one platform. That's a huge advantage that no other system can provide. And so how does this thing called LeasePilot work? Well, first of all, LeasePilot is a technology platform. So we don't have any lease forms or any lease language. That's all yours. What we do is we take your forms and your clause libraries and upload them into our platform and tie them to our lease drafting tools. That gets done during the onboarding process. Once the onboarding process is complete, which is straightforward and simple, then your team, whether it's your in-house counsel, outside counsel, paraprofessionals, or asset managers, they draft the lease using our set of tools. So what would take normally 3 hours gets done in less than 15 minutes. LeasePilot can export to Microsoft Word, and it can import from Microsoft Word. So when it's time to revise a lease that you got from a tenant, a redraft, you can import that revised version into LeasePilot, edit it, change it, accept and reject changes. And then finally, at any point in time, you can produce an abstract. And when you're done, you can send the lease directly into your property management system and financial system without the need to manually key that information. So what is the impact of all of this? Well, first, it's happier tenants. And why does this matter? Well, increasingly, landlords are considering themselves as having customers. Tenants are customers, and having happy customers is important to customer loyalty, retention, and ultimately profitability. Surveys have been done that have shown one of the lowest points in a landlord-tenant relationship is the lease preparation, documentation, and negotiation process. So using systems that make a landlord faster and more responsive wind up making tenants happier, which is a good thing. Obviously, being able to draft faster and turn documents faster means that deals get signed faster and rent is collected sooner. And we'll show you more about that in a second, the empirical data on that. Also, time kills all deals. So you're at a race to get the deal done so that circumstances don't change. And moving things faster reduce your transaction risks. Finally, as we said, using LeasePilot, a lease is fundamentally digital. No fancy AI, no machine learning. The lease is structured from inception, and you have access to it. So here are the results. Basically, you cut the time to go from an LOI to signed lease in half. That can be 30 days. That means you're collecting rent 30 days sooner. Individual turnaround times get cut so that what used to take 3 days to get out gets out in the same day. And abstracts are done virtually instantaneously. Here is a case study from an institutional landlord that I can quickly share with you. As you can see, drafts are getting out 70% faster. Deals are getting done nearly 50% faster. That means shaving close to 30 days off of a cycle. And additional benefits include consistency in the draft, a reduction of errors, and an easy onboarding process. And so that's LeasePilot. We're here to help office, industrial, and retail property owners draft, revise, and abstract their leases faster. If you'd like a demo, please reach out to me. My contact information is on the slide. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gabriel. Thank you for sharing with us today. We really appreciate it. And I know the audience is giving you a huge virtual round of applause.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have
Awesome.
questions.
Thank you. Yeah. For the audience, it's time for you to make your way to your next session. Along the way, take some time to accept your connection request and check out our amazing exhibits. Thanks so much, and we'll see you around.
Bye.